Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be carrying on with my Pikmin 3 Deluxe 100% walkthrough. So we're up to day 14 and this is going to be the second to last episode. So if you're wondering what we're going to be doing today, is we're going to go to the final area and we're going to get everything from the final area. So that's going to be really cool. I'm just proving here that I've 100%ed each area. Now, one small thing. In the Tropical Wilds, there is one data file that I actually missed. However, in the bonus episode, which will be the episode after the final episode, I'm going to go back there and show you where it is. So in the bonus episode, if there's anything else I've missed, I will make sure to go back and show you. But I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I missed in the whole game, one data file. So, yeah, you'll still get to see where it is, don't worry about that. I'm not going to ignore it. So here we go, this is the Formidable Oak. And it is a really weird level because it's very linear in a way because you have to go a certain direction. There are some sections that are quite non-linear, but it's a cool level. I just don't like it as much as the other four. The other four are just perfection pretty much. I wouldn't say perfection, but they are very, very good levels with good puzzles, very open. But the Formidable Oak is a more linear kind of level, but it is the final level to be fair. There's no collecting fruit and there's no collecting pellets or enemies, which I think is really interesting because you play the level in a different way you normally would. Because when I play a lot of Pikmin levels, say you carry in pellets or you carry in fruit, you're gonna keep throwing all your Pikmin and you'll end up with no Pikmin, so then you have to go back to base and then you have to go back to where you're at, and you don't tend to go too far into the level because you know that you're gonna have to go back anyway for Pikmin. And you don't always pick everything up, but in this level it doesn't let you pick anything up, so you literally just run in through the whole level with all your Pikmin the whole time. You're not having to worry about carrying things back, whether they'll get back safely. It's just interesting because you play the level in a completely different way, well I do at least. So we're gonna get out, we've already got out all of our Pikmin, we got 20 of each colour. I just thought that would be the best thing to do. I spiced them all up, so they're all flowered up for this final area, and plus we got plenty of spicy sprays, so we might as well use them. And look at this, it's Olimar. And there's a weird gooey thing stood next to him. Bit weird, isn't it? Let's just head down to him. And what's gonna happen here? Oh no, he's eaten Olimar. And he's turned into a big circle. So what we need to do is we need to kill him right now, and it is pretty easy to do. All you need to do is just swarm with your Pikmin and he should easily die, and then some of your Pikmin will pick up Olimar. Pretty simple. Doesn't matter which Pikmin pick up Olimar because you can change that afterwards. And the idea of this level is we need to go through this massive cave system and we need to get Olimar to the other side, to where that arena was. You know, the arena I went to earlier where I was showing off the cave drawings. I showed off a cave drawing down there if you weren't paying attention. But you need to get Olimar all the way to there, but the only way of getting back there is going through the cave because for some reason you can't use the geyser even though we've got wings. It makes no sense, but we have to go through this massive cave. And there's going to be a big twist, which I will show off in a minute, but just before we do, I'm just going to stay out here a minute because I need to get a data file and a cave drawing. So we might as well put everyone in this mound. Let's put a few of them while we wait. I'm going to play as Charlie. Another thing is, when I was doing this, I think I forgot which wall it was. Yeah. It's not that wall, it's the one opposite where I am now. I don't know. I'm really inexperienced when it comes to cave drawings because I know where they all are, it's just I know the area which they're all in, but with the ones in Formidable Oak, especially like this one, I sometimes forget which rock it is, but there it is. It's quite hidden. Like, if you're just looking at it without the camera, you probably won't spot it because of how hidden it is, unless you look extremely carefully. But there we go. That dirt mound had a data file. It is a journal entry 10, if you're wondering which one it is. I've never really mentioned that before, it doesn't really matter because we're getting all of them anyway. So there we go, we got everything out here, and now we're going to head into the cave. So if you're wondering what this big twist is, just watch right now. Yeah, the big twist is this thing here. He's called the Plasm Wraith, and what he does is he chases you throughout this entire level. Now, thankfully he is slower than you, so you can move out of his way, but he basically tracks Olimar, So what we need to do is we need to play as Brittany, because Brittany controls Olimar. And what we need to do as Brittany is we need to keep getting out of his way. And with the other two captains, we need to get through this area. And ideally, you want to do it in a Pikmin day. And it's pretty simple to do in a Pikmin day, if you watch. I'll have plenty of time left by the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to whistle Brittany and Olimar, and we're going to put wings. Now the reason why we put wings is so we can go over gaps. And I just think wings are the best, because we don't really need wings for any of the puzzles in this area. Well, we do need wings, but not many. With all the other Pikmin, we need quite a few. With wings, you used to have more opportunity for things like flying as well. So we're going to follow it around here, and if you're not very good at multitasking, you're going to struggle a lot with this area. Not being rude, I just generally think you will, because you need to have good multitasking skills to get through this area, at least if you want to do it fast as well. So we're going to get rid of this ball bulb. Look how easy ball bulbs are. I know they were even easy at the start, but look at how stupidly easy they are now. Let's go down in like 2 seconds. So we're going to throw a captain over here, and I'm going to stay Brittany here. I'm going to keep Brittany here. She's going to stay here. We're going to go up here, and the Plasma Wraith is going to loop around to where we are. And when he does, we're going to just keep circling around this area. And once we have more of the Formidable Oak open, then Brittany will take some different paths around. At the start, it's just easier to keep looping around that same bit. It does get very repetitive, but it's better than just giving it random when we haven't unlocked much, because the Plasma Wraith will get in all the Pikmin's way. So you just saw me kill a watery blowhog, and fun fact, that's the only watery blowhog in the whole game. So if you want to get that in your Piklopedia, you want to make sure to kill that one. And I put some Pikmin in that dirt mound because there's some bridge pieces, and we need to build a big bridge. So we're going to put all the yellows in because the yellows dig the fastest. And while we're waiting on that, we're going to make sure Brittany's safe. And as you can see, that big green dot is where the Plasma Wraith is, so we saw that the Plasma Wraith was about to jump down there, so we went back round, so then he has to go all the way back round to get to us, so we have a bit more time. I kill the fiery blowhog, and as you can see, I didn't really mention it, but all the enemies just disappear, so you don't have to worry about enemies getting in the way, you don't have to carry them. It's just pretty cool. Right there, you just saw a bowling ball, you've seen them before. And another new enemy here. Well, it's not a new enemy, but I think it's one of the only cases of finding the flying sheer grubs in the story mode, so if you want to get them in your Piklopedia, make sure to do that. There is a few enemies in this area which are exclusive, which is really weird, like them. It's just weird how they're not in the regular game, how this is the only way to get them in your Piklopedia. There's another data file. Inside that dirt mound is some bomb rocks, and we will use those bomb rocks later on. I was going to jump down there as Brittany. We're just waiting on this. Now I like how there's loads of candy pop buds around in case you don't have a certain amount of Pikmin. The game gives you loads of opportunities to make more. It's very nice. Just get these bomb rocks. Alf will sometimes warn you if Olimar's in danger. However, he tells you really early. Like, he doesn't tell you when he's right near. Like, he told me then, and I still would have had a good 5 to 10 seconds. I know it's good that, in a way, because it gives beginners more time to prepare and think, oh god, or whatever. I don't know. But there we go, these are finished getting the bridge pieces. Now some of them have already started on building the bridge. Now we're actually not going to use the bridge because we're going to go around the other way, because there is stuff to do the other way, through that wall. Just going to get rid of these snitch bugs because they're annoying. We're still going to build the bridge anyway because we want to get everything done. So we're going to put like half of our squad on this wall. Now I could have just used a bomb rock on that wall, but for some reason I thought I wouldn't have enough bomb rocks to do something else, so I decided to just knock it down. To be fair, it's fine because they can knock it down pretty quick. So we're going to build the rest of the bridge. Don't worry, we'll see where the bridge leads to after, because where we're going will lead to where the bridge is. We're just going to lure Brittany around a few more times. Let's just get all our Pikmin together and get the ones from the wall and get the ones from the bridge pieces. They should be done, yep. So we're going to head back this way just before we go through that wall. And that's just so that Brittany can take a different path, because she's been taking the same path this whole time. And now we can open up this box here. This is the last box that we'll be pushing in the whole game. So goodbye boxes, no more boxes. But now Brittany can take this path, so she can go up here. It's basically a quick way of getting to this area. It's pretty nice. So she didn't have to loop around that same bit. Plus we're in this cave area now, so it's okay. She's not in my way. We haven't seen these enemies in a while. Let's kill them with rocks. They're quite early enemies. There we go. There's a dirt mound, and there is one of those floating things from Twilight River which can't do anything to your Pikmin. You just drop nectar, but we don't need nectar. We're just gonna go through this wall here, and I'm gonna use go here. Now it's very important that you use go here, because one, you don't have to spend time moving Brittany, and obviously you'll save a lot of time from doing that, and two, it's just a good habit to get into using go here. If you've been using go here a lot through the story, then it's kind of second nature, but if you've not got much experience with go here, then I'd recommend practicing it before you do this area. Because I think this area is quite a big leap up from the last area you do in this area, the area before this. The difficulty of this area just seems completely different. Now the enemies in this area aren't that difficult, the puzzles aren't that difficult. It's just having to swap between doing several different things at once, which is difficult for new players. Now, I wish there was harder enemies in this level. I wish they chucked in a few bull bears here and there, some crabs, some cannon beetles. I don't know, I just wish they threw in a load of hard enemies. It would have been really nice to see loads of hard enemies about. But maybe they thought it'd be too difficult. But yeah, I think the difficulty's okay. It could be a bit harder. It's not too easy. I'm not gonna say it's too easy because it's not. I think the difficulty is good. But yeah. There's a spiderweb there, that's where the bridge leads to. I decided to go through that other way instead to show you what was there. And we killed the spider, but we also lost a Pikmin, which is sad. We might as well break through the crystal with a bomb, because that's what bombs can do. And we have 3 bombs left. Because what we're going to do is we're going to break down a wall with the rest of the bombs we have. Just reading this memo folder. I'm making sure to get all the memo folders in this area as well, if you're wondering why I'm taking such a weird route. So we're going to go through here, like that, and you may recognise this wall in a minute, and it is the wall right near the start of the area. So you may have seen a wall when we were first running down that corridor, and that's basically where that is. I think it's so that you can get back to this point in the level, say if it takes you more than a Pikmin day, so you can just get back here straight away. But I'm going to go there as Brittany now, because why not? Yeah, it's a shortcut. It's telling you about it being a shortcut. Basically just what I said. And now we're going to get the final cave drawing. So we're going to place Charlie. We're going to face the left side of this wall. And zoom in and you will see some Pikmin with a pellet. And that is the final one. So I've shown off all 15 cave drawings now. I hope you've had no problems finding them all. And you should now get the achievement for getting all 15. And if you don't, one reason could be that you haven't taken the picture properly of one of them, and that you haven't like focused enough, you haven't like, I don't know, it just sometimes doesn't fully work when you take the picture. You need to make sure you take it perfectly. It's weird, but there we go. There's another data file. So basically we're in this area here, and we need to build a bridge. So you may see a bridge up there, so we need to build this big bridge, so we need to find some bridge pieces. Now sadly there's no harmful enemies in this area. This would have been good for a bull bear. They could have put a bull bear in that area, and it would have made the whole area better, in my opinion. Way better. Imagine just going around this area here and just seeing a bull bear come out at you. The thing is, I always big up bull bears, but they're not even that hard. But it'd still be a surprise, even if for experienced players, it'd still be quite surprising to see a bull bear come out. There we go, we're going to pick up those bridge pieces. Now I've saved my blues because we're going to get the other pile of blues, and there's a wall there we're going to break down. Brittany's just got to a location. I'm just showing off this water here. If you look in the mini-map, it's quite complicated to see what's going on, but we need to get to this higher up area. But before we can do that, we need to just build the bridge. One step at a time. There we go, it's done. I like this little spiral area up here. It looks quite nice. Let's go up here. It looks like the bit earlier on, when we broke through that wall. I don't know. It just reminds me of the earlier part of this level. Here we go. We need to move Olimar apparently. Before we do that, we'll just swap captains, see what's going on. We should move him. Let's just move him over here. After we've moved him there, I think we'll take Brittany to this area because we should start thinking about getting Olimar to the end. So that's the whole point. We need to get Olimar to the end of this cave. Now, if you know what you're doing in this cave, like I do, it's not very hard. But if you have no idea what you're doing and you don't bring the right colours with you, it is pretty difficult, to be fair. Knowing all the puzzles, knowing where to go, worrying about Olimar getting taken. Now, throughout doing this, Olimar didn't even get taken because I knew exactly what I was doing. But if he does, what happens is he runs off with Olimar, the Plasma Wraith, and he tries to escape through that main corridor. And if he does escape, then you lose Olimar and you end the day and you lose all the Pikmin you have with you. However, if you kill him, well, not kill him, but if you stun him by throwing loads of Pikmin at him, you get Olimar back and you temporarily stun him for like a minute. So then you can carry on what you're doing, but then he chases you again. So you can't really kill him yet, you have to just stun him and then he carries on chasing you anyway. So it is quite stressful if Olimar gets taken, plus all the Pikmin carrying Olimar die as well. Even if he doesn't fully get Olimar. So it is quite punishing if he does get Olimar. And it is very stressful if he does get Olimar, because usually Brittany doesn't have other Pikmin with her. But it shouldn't happen. If you're just being sensible like I am, and just staying away from him, and just checking every now and then, and making sure you're just controlling Brittany, then you should be fine, like 99% of the time. Don't worry about it. So this puzzle's pretty cool. You actually have to bring a second captain with you and throw him across, and throw some yellows across. And then we have to join up some electricity to make more flowers appear. I like how this level uses loads of different mechanics from the different levels. Like, this is a bit like the Distant Tundra when you're making loads of flowers appear with electric. And then you had like all the walls, and then you have water, and you had crystal in one area. It's just nice seeing like all different elements from the different levels. There we go, let's just get these yellows down here. I spotted these yellows that came back from bridge pieces that I didn't whistle before. We're going to head over to this new part that we unlocked by making all these flowers grow. We're going to do it as Charlie as well. This was the new path we opened. So let's head across. And there's a spider's web here. This is the final enemy we need to take out. And now all that's standing between us and the exit is a wall. So let's take on the final wall. There we go. Play as Brittany. So I'm going to head this way as Brittany. I'm just going to use go here. We're going to head into the main cave now. And now I'm going to play as Alf. And there is a dirt mound here to the left. And it has one of the final data files in it, so we're just going to wait for that to pop out. While we're waiting, we're just going to go through the wall. And if we go over to this thing over here, I forget what it's called, it's one of those things with a handle, we can make an even bigger shortcut by like making a bridge appear there. It's a very small shortcut, but we might as well. We've opened every wall in the whole game. Even the walls we've not needed to go through, we still open them anyway. Just because that's what I like to do. It just feels like 100% in the game when you do that. So there we go, we can head across here. And over here we got every colour of Candy Pop Bud in case you're low on any colour before the final boss. I recommend doing that if you are very low on a certain colour. However, the arena's right next to the onion, so you can get out more Pikmin during the fight pretty much without having to lose time. But just before we do that, we're just going to head out as Brittany because that's where Olimar will go. Like, if Brittany doesn't get out of the cave, then Olimar will just stay with Brittany and it'll be pointless. So we better get out as Brittany as well. So I'm actually not going to do the final boss today. Technically I have enough in-game time to do it, but I'm just not going to do it because the episode will be way too long, because a lot of the final episode will be the credits and the end of the game, I guess you could say, what happens after the final boss and the ending. That will be most of the final episode, but most of this episode was just doing the final area. But there we go, we've done pretty well. I've really enjoyed making this whole series, it's been really fun. And I can't wait to do mission mode and the side stories. They're going to be coming soon. I may take a tiny bit of time off this game before doing that, because I just feel like I need to. I need to learn all the missions, platinum. I know how to do them all platinum, it's just I need to learn them now and get them consistent. But there we go, we got Olimar out. And here he is, the final boss, the Plasm Wraith. And next time, I will show you how to kill him. And I will show you what happens once he's dead. But there you go, that is pretty much the end of this episode. We're just going to end the day. And just do our thing. But yeah, like I was saying with the other series, after I finish this series, I'm going to be doing all collect treasure, battle enemies and defeat bosses, platinum. I'll probably do one an episode. They will be a lot shorter because they should be between 5 to 10 minutes each. Maybe some of the longer ones will be 10 to 15 minutes. But I just think they'll be shorter because the missions are a lot shorter. I know what I'm doing in them all, on pretty much all of them. I know how to get platinum on all of them. But it's just that on some of the later ones, it would be nice to come up with a good route to get platinum, so then it's consistent for you guys watching. Because the whole point of the platinum series is going to be kind of a tutorial on how to get platinum. I don't just want to get platinum as fast as possible, I want to do a route that is pretty sustainable for other people to do, especially new players, because it's quite surprising how easy platinum is, especially on some of the earlier missions. It's actually really simple. On some of the missions. On some of the later ones though you do have to multitask quite a lot, but on the early ones you don't really have to. And these side stories will basically be pretty much the same kind of thing, just getting platinum on all of them, showing you how to get platinum on them all. That should be really fun. And I hope you enjoy the finale, which is going to be released pretty much straight after this episode. So if you enjoyed the video, please like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. It really means a lot if you're still watching from day one. And I really hope you enjoy the finale if you've never seen the finale of this game. So there you go. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.